Alright guys, it is a gorgeous day in Dallas. The sun is out, and in a little bit this shade that's on the driveway here will be gone away, and it'll be quite sunny. So we're going to bolt the suspension back on the car, put the wheels and tires on it, put the rack and pinion back in, and get this thing off jack stands and back it out to see what this paint job looks like in the sun. This old girl has been sitting up on jack stands for quite a while now. She's ready for stretch her legs a little bit and get moved out. So we thought we'd just show you real quick how this bolts on, and if you've seen this done before, it's nothing to it. It takes a couple of minutes. It's a great kit. It's not that I'm advertising for them, but it's Rod and Custom Motorsports out of Florence, South Carolina. Upper and lower control arm, coilover, and spindle with disc brakes there. So we'll just show you how that goes on, and then show you what this thing looks like out in the sun here in a little while. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, well, the first thing we do is bolt the lower control arm here and just kind of leave it loose and free for right now. And also I just wanted to point out that the only run we had when we painted the engine bay was right here, and that was because I was trying to get paint to go back up inside here, and got a run right there and right there, but obviously that won't be seen. The next thing we're going to put on is the spring pocket, or rod height adjuster, whatever you want to call it. It's the part that the top of the coilover bolts to, and you slide this thing up and down, and that's what gives you about 4 inches of adjustability in the rod height. So I think we've got a little bit of paint in our threads there, so we'll have to kind of work on those and work them in easily. Alright, we're going to leave those a little bit loose for now, because the upper control arm's got to slide over the top of it and bolts here, and then we can raise this up. And we know from setting the height before that this mount comes up to about 1/4 of an inch from that opening, and that gives us the right height we're looking for. So we'll get some more done and show you what it looks like in a second. Alright, well, we've got our upper and lower control arm. We've got our spring perch, spring pocket, rod height adjuster, whatever you call it there, mounted and raised up to the correct spot. So we're going to raise this upper control arm out of the way, and this coilover mounts up here. Again, got some paint on it, so it's a little bit of a tight fit, but it's going in there. So the kit, the control arms, and all the bare steel parts we bought unfinished, with the thought that we'd save some money on powder coating and so forth, and I painted these in hot rod flats, single stage urethane. In fact, there's a video, one of the first videos I posted shows this being painted in detail. And as it turns out, initially we just had planned to use that color on things that are, suspension, chassis parts, that kind of thing. And as it turns out, it really turns out to be a great color to do the two-tone with. So we're going to use this to paint the top part of the car, and it just so happens that our suspension and body color also matches as well. So anyway, we'll get our spindle bolted on and the tire bolted on. We'll come back and show you what it looks like all bolted up. Alright, we're going to bolt the spindle on real quick. This thing's a little bit awkward and aggravating to work with, but hopefully we can get it on here. We'll bolt the lower part on first, and it requires a spacer. and castle nut. We'll come back and tighten that down a little bit, put our cotter pin in, and then just raise the upper part up and get this thing to fit in there. And the top part also has a spacer and castle nut. So that's it. It's ready for a wheel and tire. We need to get a rack and pinion back on there, and we won't show you that, but we'll come back and show you what it looks like with the tire on it, and go from there. Alright, well, we got the front suspension all finished up and on the ground, and trying to just catch a little bit of the sunlight coming through, give you an idea of what this panel looks like. And you can see from here maybe just a little bit of a dark spot there. Not really, but it sure is shining and glistening a lot. Certain ways it looks like there's well, I can't really tell. Looks like there might be a dark spot over in that right corner, but don't know if the sparkles are showing up, but it really looks good out in the sun. So wish we could have got a better glimpse of it. Don't really want to back it all the way out down to the road. There's Matt back out there. He's been sick for a couple of days and hadn't been helping much, so good to have him back out helping. Just going to get kind of a look at the stance here. You can see the exhaust and the back wheels tucked in pretty good. Kind of got the stance we were looking for. Not like super slam, but you know, sitting down pretty low. Same thing in the front. Front might be a little bit too low. We may need to adjust that up. So got the suspension all bolted back in on the inside, rack and pinion in, control arms in. So anyway, that's a wrap. There's Matt. Hey buddy. Alright, another quick look from the back here just to give an idea. A little bit of a shadow coming in. Don't know if you can really see it good, but I think the you know, kind of the way we did the exhaust looks pretty good. Not you know, some big riced out coffee can, but you know, pretty cool looking 4-inch stainless turned out there. And we may just do a flat black on that, or we may polish it out. Haven't really decided yet. So and again, the wheel tucked in there good. So, alright, there it is.